How you guys doing? Today's video is not that like glamorous video, and I know I look a mess. I'm coming to you guys today to kind of discuss our current situation. I will get into that in just a minute about what I'm talking about, but I will start here and say that, well, obviously you guys, see the title, so you see what it's going to be about, but I will start here and say December the 26th, everything was normal. We had a normal day. I can say the only thing that we probably did that day was like put my daughter's toys together. We didn't really do a lot. We actually stayed in the house. I don't recall really doing much on December 26th. My husband, of course, he goes to work. We didn't go anywhere Sunday. My husband goes to work that Monday. He goes to work. Everything is fine. Tuesday, everything is fine. Then fast forward, we get to New Year's, because he was off Thursday and going to be off Friday. So he basically worked Monday to Wednesday. And so the first of the year, January 1st, 2021, he comes home. It's me, my daughter, my mom, and my husband. He comes home, he does what he normally does. Before he touches our daughter, before he does anything, just because he works at a hospital, he very cautious, he takes everything that he has on, he takes it off, and he puts it in the wash machine. And that way, just in case, what I'm saying, we don't want to spread anything. So when he comes home, that's what he does first before he gets in the shower. So he's really not touching anybody. I try to hold my daughter back so he can get, himself together so he can get in the shower. I was currently in the kitchen and I was cooking food, for my daughter. She had told me she was hungry, so I started to fix her some food. And so my husband's in the shower. He gets out the shower, and I think my mom had mentioned, you have something in the oven. Is it done? Is it, because, so I was like, at first I didn't think about it. I was like, I couldn't smell it. So I was like, okay. I said, yeah, I forgot I do have her food in the oven. So I couldn't smell it though for some reason. It was just weird, but prior to me getting here, what had happened was we had bought some sauce, brand new sauce, and we started to eat the sauce, me and my husband, and we didn't realize it was like a few days before the first, and the sauce tasted old. So I was like, why does this brand new sauce taste old? I looked at the date. The date was about like 2022 or something like that. And so we both had the same, situation with the way the sauce tasted. I thought it was just me, but when he said when he was eating the sauce it tasted old, I was like, okay. So, so go back to the current, day of January the 1st. He gets out the shower. Like I said, my mom, she asked, was the food ready? Because, I forgot that I had the food in there. But most of the time you can smell the food in the oven. So that's, you can smell it. So it's like, I had forgot about it because I couldn't smell it. So, my husband said, he said, I can't smell it either. So we pulled it out the oven. When we pulled it out the oven, I just wanted to make sure that I was okay. So I went to just smell something random. I was like, let me go sniff something to see if I can smell. I smelled it, and it was, light. So I was like, okay, I can smell. So even though it's light, I can smell. So my husband goes to smell. He smells, literally, first he smelled the food. He couldn't smell the food. He tried to eat something he couldn't taste. Then he like tries to smell alcohol. He tries to smell like everything, like stuff you probably shouldn't even be sniffing. He was smelling, trying to see what was going on. So I noticed that I though couldn't smell from afar. Like, I don't care what it was. It could be the most best aroma, like fragrance I couldn't smell it from afar. But if I got up on it, I could smell it. So I was like, okay. Didn't thought about it for a little bit. Like, okay, so we can't smell. He can't taste. Okay. So then I was like, I started to panic because I was like, okay, this is like one of the main symptoms of COVID-19. Lost the taste and smell. So I was like, we need to get to the hospital. We need to go get tested. We need to get to the hospital so, we can get tested. In that moment, I was so nervous, y'all. I was like shaking because people have died from this. So I was in a panic. So we go to the hospital, we get tested, and of course it was New Year's, so we bought it in New Year's in the emergency room. So you have to wait like 48 hours. The results came back on a Sunday. I went to my chart. So if you know, hospitals, they send like results and stuff, they send it to like your phone and stuff. Sometimes they'll call, but they'll send it to your phone for the most part if you have like their internet, or they're not their internet, but have their website information. They'll send you your results. So I said, okay, it's been 48 hours because we were still going through our light symptoms and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. I logged in and the test was like detected. My husband checked his detected. My daughter detected. We were all detected, meaning we were positive for COVID-19. So I started to begin panic because I was like, oh Lord, what are we about to experience? So right now we currently are still trying to get over it. You can tell I haven't done my makeup, so I kind of look, like I've been through something. Obviously I have, my eyes are very, tired and stuff like that. So the second day, which was the second, of course we had to quarantine ourselves. We couldn't leave the house. But the second, I started to experience like weird body aches. Like my hands would ache, my arms would ache. I was having aches like randomly, just randomly. It would stop and then the aches would come. It was like playing trick. Like it's like my body was playing tricks on me. I was like, okay. Then another thing that I had experienced was congestion. Like I kept sneezing, but nothing really came out. It was like something. It's like my husband explained it really well. He's like, it was like we were at the end of a cold, but we never had a cold. So then I started to cough every now and then, and when I would cough, my chest would hurt. I did deal with chest pains. Not all the time, but most of the time. Sometimes when I like cough, my chest would hurt, and sometimes I was scared because I was like, please don't let this lead me to the hospital. Because one thing it said about COVID is when you start feeling chest pains, you need to go to the emergency room because it could get worse. So then my daughter, we still not quite sure. None of us actually had a fever, by the way. None of us ended up with a fever, so I'm grateful for that. But my daughter, I think she dealt with the congestion and the coughing. I don't think she lost taste and smell because she kept. If she did, we wouldn't know because she's only one and a half, about to be 2. So I really don't know what symptoms she had. I just was told by the doctors and by her pediatrician to keep a close eye on her for any changes that might happen, like breathing issues, things like that. So I was nervous. So I barely slept because I was up watching her, making sure that she didn't gets too bad, so I was like, I had my eye on her. Mind you, I'm not feeling well myself, so I'm needing to sleep, but I'm scared because my 1-year-old, a mother, we just, what I'm saying. So mind you, as I'm up watching her, I'm like not feeling well myself, body aches, just random like symptoms, just random spirit, just things happening. And I had extreme tiredness. Like I was so tired. I have been tired before, but COVID-19, and I dealt with headaches, and my husband dealt with headaches too. I forgot. It's so much to remember, y'all, and I didn't write notes. So my husband also dealt with headaches, and I did too. I would have a headache every now and then, you know, and stuff like that. It was just real miserable. A real miserable experience. We are not sure how this happened, because we started feeling sick when we were in the house. We hadn't even been anywhere, and we started feeling sick in the house. My husband literally lost his taste and smell hours after being home. So we're not quite sure. We do know we had a few visitors, not a few really, just probably one, you know, I'm not saying, you know, names and stuff like that, but we did, you know, have a visitor that, you know, and stuff like that. So we don't know if that's how we got it. We are not sure, but we do know still trying to figure out, is it where the symptoms, where you experience it, or you get exposed to it 5 days before and then the symptoms kick in. We don't know. We were not sure. We don't know. We still don't know that. So we still don't know like how this actually got to us, because we wore our mask. We actually wore gloves. We did run out of gloves, but I ended up getting more. My gloves are actually sitting by my bed right here, and I have hand sanitizer by the bed. I have a lot of cleaning supplies, trust me. We've been wiping down everything. We've been keeping everything clean, trying to anyway, but it's kind of hard with a 1-year-old, especially a 1-year-old that has COVID. So y'all, but I'm gonna be honest with you, when I first heard about COVID, I actually was like iffy about it. I was like, you know, this is like the flu, you know. Okay, and it does have some symptoms similar to the flu, but I've actually had the flu before. It's not that I didn't take it serious, because like I said, I did, but I kind of was nonchalant about it. Even though I wore my gloves and I wore my mask, I still was kind of like, you know what I'm saying, because I was careful. And I just want to warn anybody out there, I don't care if 2 people watch this video, as long as somebody catches this and hears it. Do not take COVID-19 lightly. Okay? Do not take COVID-19 lightly. It is real. It is draining. And I'm going to be honest with you, my husband still hasn't developed his taste and smell all the way back. He's still struggling to get his taste and smell back. So this is not a joke. My smell fully came back. I just wanted to see if I could smell something from afar, and I can now. My stuff came back pretty quickly. I just had, like, my worst thing for me was sometimes dealing with the chest pain and the body aches and the headaches. But my husband is still dealing with, and my daughter is still obviously, you know, coughing and sneezing and stuff like that. But my husband still has not fully gained his taste and smell back yet. He eats because he has to. That's how we, you know, survive. But he hasn't developed it fully back yet. So we are still trying to get him to smell stuff, taste stuff, just to get, hopefully in Jesus' name, get his taste and smell back. Do not take COVID-19 lightly. Wear your mask. And we are wearing masks around each other, even though we all have it, because we still want to be cautious. Right now, I'm kind of by myself there in the living room sleep, and I'm in the bedroom because I'm just, you know, I just wanted to get this video out because I want people to know. Like I said, only if 2 people watch this video. Do not take it lightly. COVID-19 is real. It is real. And again, I know it's like, it's a controversial thing if you want the shot, if you don't want the shot. Even though we have experienced COVID-19, we still do not want the shot. We are fine. God is with us. If you want to get the shot out there, do what you feel necessary for your family. But for us, we choose not to. But I will say, do not take COVID-19 lightly, because y'all, this experience has not been the best at all. Especially having to monitor a 1-year-old and make sure that she don't run a fever. Make sure she don't, you know, get terribly ill. Make sure she's still breathing. That is really, really hard. And it was stressful for me because I was not feeling well. But I had to also make sure my daughter was fine. So I still had to be a mother. I still had to be a parent. So that didn't stop anything. So, like I said, wear your mask. If you have gloves, wear your gloves. Because it's real. And if it hits you and you make it, God is good. Or if you had it and you made it, God is good. Because it's a lot of people, obviously, that did not make it through the COVID-19. And we are thankful because we wake up every day. We check our temperatures because we want to know that there's no fevers. There's no, you know, crazy stuff going on. We family members like my dad and my cousin and my mother, they have brought us food to our door and set it at the door because we are quarantined. They have brought food to our door. They have made sure that we have eaten and made sure that we are, you know, doing what we need to do. They brought in cleaning supplies for us. So we are fully stocked with all of that. So we are very grateful. And like I said, do not take it lightly. And hopefully when I get 100% better, like I said, I'm still, you know, every now and then I don't feel the best. I try to, you know, but I did want to get this video out, and hopefully I can come back to y'all next time looking a lot better than this, because this is just, I have not felt like putting on makeup. I have not felt like doing pretty much anything because of COVID. So like I said, y'all, hopefully just pray for us. They do not do retests, but I'm gonna try to get us retested to make sure that we don't have it still. I think I'm gonna wait a little while to actually do that because they said most of the time they do not do retests. It's just after 10 days you can remove yourself off of self quarantine. So we on Sunday will be the 10th day, so we will be free, thank God, and to leave if we want to. But we're gonna make sure through getting another test to making sure that we are good. And like I said, y'all, if you feel like you have, like, just even if you feel like you have a cold and you're not quite sure if it's a cold and you feel like maybe is this COVID, go get a test, because like I said, it's smart to. Okay, it's smart to get a test. So like I said, you guys, I really appreciate you guys watching this video today. Hopefully, like I said, I can get back to normal content. I'm actually using my camera, which I have not been able to use because obviously the situation at hand. So like I said, hopefully we will just get through this fully and in Jesus' name, and make it to where I can come back and, you know, talk to you guys, because I miss doing my videos. And I just appreciate life, because like I said, I panicked when I first heard the news that we actually tested positive. So because I was scared, I was so scared. You should have seen me. Like, I was like, oh, we need to get to the hospital, Lord Jesus, you know. Then to find out my child had it was like, oh, that was another level of stress for me. So I had to take care of her, and so it was just like, oh Lord. So like I said, y'all, please be blessed. Do not stress. Sometimes life will bring you stresses, obviously, that we do not ask for, but you can get through it. So please come back for more videos. I don't know when I will be officially coming back, but I will be back. And when I do come back, I'm probably gonna be doing weekly vlogs and just random videos here and there. So stay tuned for that. And like I said, God bless you all. Thank God for life.